a young man reached out to me and said, Marquette, I get such good business advice from you and Kevin Samuels. I'd love to see you two do a collaboration video. Turns out he's not even a businessman. How in the hell you giving people business advice and you haven't started one business? So now I gotta roast him. Why is that? Because I'm a hater? No, on the contrary. I gotta roast him because if young men are coming to you with their dreams and they're asking you how to become an entrepreneur and you're feeding them lies, oh, to me, that's a problem.
This is the ridiculous story of a con man who is growing tired of young boys being swindled by frauds and charlatans. So Marquette Burton, better known as Mr. Sass, decided to take time out of his busy schedule to give these boys a real solution from a playerific technologist who is creating NFTs from scratch by day and taking out these fake alpha males by night.
You're pathetic. This is what you are. You're pathetic. Long story short, I hosted a conference. I showed people how to create NFTs from scratch, from the command line, little buddy.
From the command line? Please, can you tell me how? I want to know how to create an NFT from the command line. Which command line?
Create NFTs from scratch. We also explain the business model behind NFTs, and then we also explain the scams going on with NFTs, which are what is perpetrated by you.
Because he's a sham, a scam artist, a charlatan. And that's fine. I would let him go on with his lies, except for the fact that there are young men who are in ghettos. There are young men who are in poverty who want to be something great. And they're looking at this fraud, thinking that he can show them the way and show them the light, when really he is misguiding them because he is misguided. And he who is misguided can only misguide.
Were you going to tell me what an NFT is?
This guy's angry. Now listen.
Go ahead.
I had a conference here.
Oh, he's not.
During the conference, we showed people exactly how to create NFTs from scratch. So I had my buddy. You don't have to be disrespectful just because you're angry about the fact that you were busted in a lie. Would you mind stop playing music? You just asked me, do I know about NFTs? Now close your lips so I can answer your question. Because you feel stupid right now because you didn't realize you're talking to a technologist.
Okay, then let's see if you can answer the question. I'm excited. Go ahead.
Be silent so I can answer your question.
Okay.
And when it's your turn to talk, I will be silent out of respect.
Go for it.
Now, you clearly had no background. I'm helping you out with an answer.
If you're looking into entrepreneurship, you always want to start with a business that you fundamentally understand. It would be unwise to say, I'm going to create an app when you don't know how to code, you don't understand the business processes of that kind of thing. It's extremely complex. You should never go into technology as your first business.
Yeah.
And that's what I did.
Now, I also hosted a conference. During my conferences, I teach people about entrepreneurship.
Ooh, big mistake, but okay. Yeah. How to grow 100,000 sub YouTube channels.
Hold on one second.
Yeah. Or how to start failed startups like Fletch. How did that go?
Yeah. Keep interrupting. He's mad.
I'm not mad
at all. You
asked
me a question, but you interrupt me. You're so angry. Calm down.
It's all right, man. I'm sorry.
Calm down. Just let me answer the question. You don't got to get angry.
Yeah, it takes
you see people
10
like
minutes to
you
answer.
try to cut me off so the truth doesn't get out.
In short, be careful with your money. Be careful with who you tell you're looking to spend some money. Get great advice that you need to pay for to get expert advice, because people who are giving out advice for free, that's not the advice you want.
Free advice from these fake alpha males who already made millions of dollars isn't what these boys needed. They should have been getting that paid advice from an international businessman extraordinaire.
You can Google my name and you'll see video footage of me walking around China with like 10 Chinese people from the government following me and filming. You can Google my name and you can find an article that states Marquette Devon Burton, the next Black Bill Gates. You can Google me and find that I went to universities better than yours, Berkeley and Johns Hopkins, and I promise you my net worth is better than all four of you put together, not only now, but back when I was in my early 20s.
I'm speaking the facts. I will say it and I will demonstrate it. It is what it is. There's no apology there. When I say I'm the best, we had offices in South Korea, offices in Puerto Rico. We're opening up a whole building in China, 17 offices throughout the United States. So I was a multimillionaire in my early 20s. I mean, your boy's in Forbes. When I say that this is not where you should go for business advice, that's still the truth. And what I want you guys to understand is that I'm not an accommodationist. I'm not a kumbaya Martin Luther King type. And what I really enjoy today is trying to teach people how to get out of that mud. You heard me? If you were born in the gutter, I can tell you how to get out of it. Being that you're talking about spending some serious cash that you've taken your hard work to save, I highly recommend that you get a consultation. I'm happy to do a consultation with you. You can book that at www.com. And I don't say that for me to make money. I say that because
you boys need to learn about the pimping. And that's why I've done you a favor. Patreon.com/ You might not be a P, but you can soak up a little bit of this game, goddammit. You can start using some common sense because you fools is out of control. Whoo, man, it's a shame you got a P trying to break a sweat. I only like to break a bitch.
So since you've been winning all your life, right, bro? You've had it good with the ladies. How does one become the pimpin'?
Oh, you can't become the pimpin'. If that ain't running through your veins, you can't become the pimpin'. But you can become super player though. And that's a beautiful option, right? So I say that to say, get you some expert advice. You can book at .com if you want to mess with this technology stuff, because as far as all these internet guys, they might be a pickup artist, a dating coach, all these other things. One thing your boy does do is technology. I'm an inventor of technology. Very few people can say that they've done that. And that is where my foundation and expertise lies. .com. That's the only place you can really book a consultation now, and there won't be many left. And I want to say two things. Number one, preface it by, if it was easy to get into that ism, everyone would do it.
Yeah. Right.
So don't expect that I'm about to say something over the next 30 seconds. I'm like, I got the pimp bone in my body. You know, like you're not about to catch the Holy Ghost right now and go out and put you a female on the blade. This is not about to happen.
Why does this matter to me? I believe in young people, and I believe if they can get a good education, they can earn for themselves. So they don't have to ask the government for a stimulus check. They can earn for self, but they can't do that when they're being lied to.
And if these boys are going to learn to earn for self, who better to lie to them than a playerlicious phony pimp?
Sometimes the pimp hand can't be so strong. You don't pimp from the hip, you pimp from the lip. And so everything you do is about romancing that woman's mind. And when you can get in her head and Dr. Phil her, you will be able to achieve your ends. Because what you want is that choosing fee. A part of it is to put her through struggle, put her through the tryouts. It's like a pledge semester in a fraternity to let her know you can't just walk up in here and kick your feet up. You got to earn your way. And the way you earn your way is to pay. You dig? Saying, I hope that helps you on your journey.
Bam. We'll just go right to the next call after that one.
Okay.
Okay. That was so much facts.
This guy's a philosopher.
This guy's a fax machine, man.
Forget Plato.
Yeah.
We got Marquette.
But Marquette wasn't just your ordinary philosopher pimp. Oh no. This was a philosopher pimp full of sass, who's been gallivanting across the globe to get handcrafted kufis from Ghana 1 second, or a playerlicious fur coat from Dubai the next. After becoming an accomplished tech inventor, boxing champ, best-selling author, sassy fashion expert, elementary school teacher, and gorgeous gangster pimp, Marquette realized his true calling was as a New Age messiah, writing his own Bible and creating his own creed to direct these lost souls upon the path.
I wrote a 3-sentence Bible. You dig? I wrote a 3-sentence Quran.
There are many who say there is much that is wrong in the world today, but there is only one who is doing something to make change around the world, to ensure that boys grow into strong men and leaders, and that girls grow into ladies, great mothers, excellent wives, and productive citizens.
He wanted to create a community where he would guide the next generation on how to be the best versions of themselves by showing the boys their role in life, as well as showing the girls theirs.
But here's a couple basics.
Yeah.
Number one, can she follow directions?
Oh,
and I really mean
so
that.
important.
Like if we playing Simon Says, guess who's Simon? yeah. And I need you to actually be able to follow directions. So that's number one. So when she presents herself to you, try to figure out like, well, what's in your bank account? What do you have in cash? And whatever that is, it needs to exceed that. So you need to have her go out and work and bring you a couple nights of work. You dig? Of hard work. So, I'm gonna need you to take everything you currently have and then go out 4-5 nights and then bring me all of that together and present that to me.
This is the promised land the sassy Messiah envisioned. But in order to make his dream a reality, he knew he had to become the next Andrew Tate to spread his gospel worldwide.
Because truth be told, his acolytes will follow him for a bit, but in this age, humankind is fickle. They'll follow him for a time, but eventually they're going to stick with where most of the content creators and consumers are, which is currently YouTube.
Yeah.
So he's going to eventually fade out.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to take those lessons and, it's all love.
And once Andrew Tate fades out, Mr. Sass wants to swoop in to not only spread the word of Wayneheadism at reasonable prices, but to also expose the lies and scams being told by these feminine beta males.
What this is really about is the real and the fake. What this is really about is 50 Cent taking out Ja Rule. What this is really about is him thinking he Debo and me pulling up like Craig and him getting knocked the out. That's what this is really about.
So I was like, this must be joking, man. I don't know where he's going with this. But he was dead serious.
Yeah, and that's factual. That's factual.
This man is out there impersonating other people's identity. He is an image consultant, which makes perfect sense because he's all image, smoke and mirrors, all appearance, no substance. Now, why is that important? Because in the age of the internet, people can pretend to be all kinds of things while being nothing.
It's a mystery as to how such a young man has so many extraordinary connections around the planet. Marquette Devant is the real-life James Bond.
You see, you're one of those goofballs that you think the internet is everything. I'll give you a quick example real quick of how I look at you.
Gotcha.
This is how I look at you.
Okay.
So I have a buddy of mine, is Michael Bloomberg, right? I have more YouTube.
I'm sure you do, man.
Right?
I just got off the phone with my friend Soros, and he told me all about you, so don't worry. I know what's up here, okay?
Hold on one second.
Marquette is a man you share your secrets with and laugh with, even if you have an AK-47 strapped over your shoulder. It's just that Marquette Devant Burton is enchanting.
The reason that you must be submissive is because everyone has their roles, and the roles don't come out of thin air. The roles come directly out of biology. And let me show you why you are submissive. If I was there right now, I could make you submit.
I'm bold.
You're fat and ratchet. Keep your mouth closed. You're fat and ratchet. You need to practice not eating. They shouldn't even let you eat in here.
Let me
Security.
Right.
I don't want to have to slap her.
Yes.
Look, security.
And kind.
If I tell you to shut up, I'll just look you in your face and say, Matthew Dubenmeyer?
Yes, sir.
German? I'll say, Matthew Dubenmeyer, shut up. I don't have to be passive aggressive. Because if I look you in your face and tell you to shut up, what you gonna do? Nothing. Yeah. I told you we're on our way out, so just shut up and we'll leave.
He is an enigmatic figure, a businessman and a boxer, an author, a stoic, and a poet, and above all, a philosopher, a leader in reforming global human culture.
Treat everyone with respect. Like, I just want to be clear about that. These are human beings. I'm a human being, and it's very brave to put your name out, put your way of life out, and to defend it. So I do have a lot of respect for you guys on that regard.
A few moments later.
You, sir, have your women out in the forefront being embarrassed, being degraded, saying idiotic things to the point where she had to request we take down the previous video. Why? Because she was misrepresented? No, because she misrepresented herself. Because when you come out as a woman going up against a man, you get exposed for what you actually are. And what she actually is not housebroken. She's uncivilized, doesn't know how to communicate, and is none of the things she is claimed to be. And you clearly have given her no leadership. And that's why she embarrassed herself. Huh?
You okay, brother? You seem a little emotional there.
Your queen gets passed around among the general population of plebeians. That's not what a queen does. Don't sit there and act foolish. You can make up lies, but in the face of this kind of intellect, it's clearly pointed out. You're not sitting next to a queen, you're sitting next to a common whore.
Whoa, name calling.
He's written a 3-sentence Bible. Be yourself. Be good to yourself. Be good to good people. And here he is living that.
Don't create a problem for yourself, because you can't create a problem for me. There's no problem you can create for me.
There's no problem.
But there's an infinite number of problems I can create for you.
I'm the big bad wolf, little buddy. I mean, let's be real here. You are so weak that you have to share a woman who is below average. I am elite. I line my women up and they all are dominated. And you ask them, if all my women are here, you ask them, who's the leader? They say he is.
Slap me.
Security.
Slap
Look
me.
out. I'm
I'm
not
so
for
fat
slapping.
and wretched.
Security.
Slap me. Please slap me.
I don't want to ask for
Cause you a
slapper.
punk. So
Security.
please slap me. He's a
She
punk.
fat and mad. She fat and mad. She fat and mad.
He is Mr. Rogers of the modern era.
You ain't even got to take the option. I'll make you submit. And here's the difference. You can never flip the script and make me submit.
You a bitch. You ran from a woman.
I did.
Right.
I
But
did.
you gonna slap me, right? You slap me and see what I do.
Why you so mad?
Marquette Devon Burton.
I'm talking to technologist, entrepreneur, a star, the saint and the sinner, Johns Hopkins graduation master's student.
First off, why don't you figure out what you're supposed to be as a man? Figure that out before you start assessing any other man. Because last I heard, men don't take it up the backside, bruh. Women aren't even supposed to be taking it up the backside the way you doing it, bruh. So now I'm going to need you to stop judging. And it's ironic because he doesn't want to be judged, yet he's over here judging. That's curious. That's fascinating.
Oh, God, the projection. Oof, this is going to be brutal.
Mr. Sass, the undercover brother, didn't have a clue just how brutal this roasting would be.
And then the funny thing, too, is I know that he was raised Catholic. He actually went to Catholic school, as an all-boys school, which is, I'm wondering if something happened to him while he was there that kind of led him to this lifestyle.
The projection is so
You
strong
pop that
with
up?
this guy. This guy is obsessed with my dick and sexuality.
Yeah, the time has come. Oh, you've been waiting. Oh, I've been waiting too. You dig? I had to wait till I got off vacation. I was gallivanting through Europe. You dig? Private jet style.
Gallivanting? That's the sort of thing you start to say once your dick gets chopped off.
Here we are on our last stop on our whirlwind gallivant through Europa.
So that's my identity. Now, the question is, was it homo in nature? Because there are things that look weird, but doesn't necessarily mean that you engage in that behavior. For example, when I posted my pictures, you see a picture of me giving a talk to the Korean government.
Yep.
You see a picture of me walking around with 13 Chinese people following me in China.
Yep.
Because I've been invited by the government.
Yep.
You look at mine, you see pictures of me doing runway because I used to be a paid model.
Yep.
Not like an Instagram model, like a real one, right?
Yeah.
Another thing is you'll have folks who'll say, oh, you cross your legs. That's like what a woman does. I know a lot of pimps who cross their legs. I know a lot of, James Bond type of players who cross their legs. A lot of high-level CEO bosses, ruthless people that cross their legs. I don't think much of it. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you take it up the dupe chute. It doesn't mean that, but there is a likelihood.
It was 2007. I was just moving into a co-op at the University of California, Berkeley. There was only one other black guy in the whole building. Maybe like a month in, I get a knock on my door at 10 p.m. Open the door. Guess who it is? 6'4", gay black guy. I'm like, what is he doing here? And he has a book in his hand. It's a silver book, pink title, hands it to me. Says, you need to read this. Look at the book, it's called Pimp, Story of My Life. by Iceberg Slim. I'm thinking,
I can feel it. I can feel the power. Yes.
We know who you are, but they might not know who you are. Who are you, brother?
Well, it's the big homie. It is the one and only. None before, none to come. Fax Kellerman, Stephen A. Pimp, Marquette, Devon Burton, the Saints and the Senate, giving you lessons from a pimp.
He wants you to believe that he's the pimping, right? This is what he wants you to believe. He said at 10 p.m., he gets a knock on the door from a 6'4" gay black guy. Why in the world is a 6'4" gay black guy at your door at 10 p.m.?
I'm all about what's in my wheelhouse. When I tell someone, hey, I can help you with fill in the blank and I charge a premium for that, that's because I'm an expert in that. So whether we're talking about, how do you get a woman? How do you retain a woman? How do you make sure that a woman's so loyal to you, she'll kill for you? Or how do you build wealth? Not get rich quick, but real wealth, creating money machines and product-based businesses. Those are things that I'm expert at, and I've done it over and over in various industries, whether it's software, textiles, fashion, high-end leather goods, like pretty much you name it, I claim it. So that's what I do.
How? Is it just severe training, preparation, or was you just naturally gifted these skills, man?
Very few human beings are naturally gifted anything.
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
I'm certainly not a LeBron size. Or, pretty much normal size black guy, right?
But as a normal sized black guy, he was able to convince naive, gullible suckers that he was God's gift to man, amassing a legion of young boys that would be guided by the words of their shepherd.
He's a loyal supporter too, always. We know your name. Yeah.
Yet, as he was gaining loyal supporters, he noticed disobedience amongst his ranks when one of his own ran off to Kevin Samuels.
I DM'd him on his Patreon. Hey, this young man who's one of mine paid you this amount of money for a business consultation, and we've checked and we don't believe you have the requisite experience to give business advice, not about a tech company, to this young man. Would you be kind enough to refund him? He didn't respond. Then we emailed him.
Okay.
He didn't respond. Then we reached out 2 more ways. He never responded. So then I said, let hellfire rain down on him. Because he's a dirtbag and he's scamming the youngins. That's not what an OG does. OG takes care of the youngins. You school the youngins. You game them up. You don't take from them.
Money being taken from the youngins truly triggered Mr. Sass. Because if anyone was going to take from the youngins, especially from one of his own, then it should be from a playerific, sassy technologist. Not some guy who shops off the rack.
Well, how are you a fashion expert when you shop off the rack? Off the rack. My Macy's getting stuff off the rack.
You should have just gave that little $80 back or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You should just gave that back.
Yeah, of course.
And I stand on that to this day.
So check it out. Put in, quote, Kevin Samuels, end quote, and then use Google to search for news. There literally are only 2 news articles on this man from media. He is a fraud. No businessman can do business and only have 2 news articles on them. And I got 2 business articles on me. Why? Because I'm actually a businessman.
And so
and you have a lot of articles published on you, man. If you guys search for Marquette Burton, how are you not verified on IG, bro? It'd be easy. You have a bunch of articles written on you on the tech companies that you found, and no articles too. It's it's authentic stuff.
So when this guy says he's an investor, he's not an investor. When he says he's a businessman, there's no evidence of that. When he tries to dress up in these suits and these neckties and look all corporate, it's all phony because he's not corporate. He's never held a major corporate job. He's never founded a company. He's never even created a fashion product, but purports to be a fashion expert.
If I'm lying, please correct me.
I seen like an article, I forgot what it was, right? Where they said that your net worth is $50 million. Now, I'm not no pocket watcher.
Sure.
I'm not, you feel me? I'm gonna be more coy with my question. But how rich is this in Mick? Because you got some money to you.
Marquis Burton, net worth $100 million.
First off, you clearly have no sense of my background. I could tell when you started mentioning bank account, number one.
Yep.
Then number two, what's my background?
He's not answering. Did you hear an answer to that? Did anybody say anything?
Being a 100 millionaire that a shady website reports him to be, Mr. Sass believed he was the best man suited to give these boys real life experience.
What? Tell me about yourself. What are your goals? What do you want out of life? And especially if they want to be successful, particularly in the financial sense.
From teaching young boys to getting butt ass, to also teaching them to being financially well off. This guy seems to be a jack of all trades. He just knows it all. But how does he go from an elementary school teacher with no history in technology to a multimillionaire tech inventor on Forbes? Boy, he sure hit the jackpot with his flock of loyal suckers, now didn't he?
Repeat after me. I am going to be who I truly am because I am remarkable. And I will strive every moment to show the greatest part of who I am.
It's a damn shame that this phony can't practice what he preaches. The playerific technologist thought he could scam his way to the top. But his crusade against frauds and charlatans turned out to be his own undoing.
We just observed you state out of your mouth that NFTs are a scam. Then we looked at a separate video clip where you realized that you could make money off of NFTs. So what did you do? You started scamming. And who just started scamming? Your own fan base. Based on your experience being a person who says don't do it, but then you do it because you can make money, you're someone who has no integrity.
So Sasson now, the same guy who speaks out and calling cryptos and NFT scams, then again turned around and had a crypto coin. It's called the Sasson coin, okay? Now, which I find crazy because when you look at this particular coin, there's no white paper, so we don't know what it does. We still don't know. People are investing in this, by the way. He has a total of 11 holders right now. Where's the white? This is all you have for the about? What is this? Dispositions, reward and punishment occur during life. We do not grow larger by making others smaller. To stand for something is to stand against something. What is this basic ass shit? Who is MDB? Is that Marquette Devon Burton? Did you quote yourself? This is such a basic quote. To stand, hold up. To stand for something is to it's to stand against something. What the f?
The snake oil salesman should have used that 33-pound head of his to figure out that trying to fake it till you make it never ends well for the lying fraud.
We got you. 4K, my nigga. That's it. So he's on a crypto grift right now, okay? Well, let's see how his coin is doing. Oh, well, that's not good. That's not good.
Any other fraud with the amount of dirt under Mr. Sass's belt would have humbled themselves and kept their mouth quiet. But this was the New Age Messiah. So the thought of his own words being turned against him never even crossed his mind.
Never trust anyone on YouTube whose primary job is as a YouTuber.
Because as I said, I'm your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber. I'm the talk of the internet. All your favorite YouTubers watch me. If you ever heard some good game on the internet, it was some people repeated that I said, because I'm the only one living the life, period, point blank. And I ain't being nice about it. It is what it is. And the funny thing is half of them won't subscribe to me because I didn't already diss them indirectly or diss one of their partners directly. Because I'm Attila the Hun. I'm the warrior king of this YouTube thing.
You do all these other things. You're not a YouTuber.
Right.
Like as a matter of fact, you don't even really make money off YouTube. You do your other, like, I don't know if you want to talk about it. Like, you don't even monetize your joint. Like you're out here You're out here just putting out the content to really help the people. So I think that's very important. It should be noted that you're more focused on helping people than like turning $1 on YouTube, because let's keep it real.
You got to go live with a title like Expose Destiny, the racist gamer and the lie of homophobia. It's pretty clear that you're clout sharking, but I enjoy it. So here we are.
I see. So why would I be chasing clout? Tell me more about that one.
You're looking for those YouTube subs.
YouTube subs. How does that make me money?
Let's see here. Kareem Glows with $2 super chat. Shout out to the Lady Saints. Hey,
shout out to them.
And then Jonathan, can I read? What is it?
Iraheta?
Shout out to Assassin from a Team Saint.
There you go.
Man, this is crazy support, man.
J Smooth sent tuition.
Yeah. Shout out to Jay Smooth. Shout out to the one supporting the work.
This guy is an actual scam artist. Like, he lies about his past. He tries to sell like weird to his fans or whatever.
Can you really trust the message if the person sharing the message is a shaky, dishonest person? Of course not. You don't expect a fool to say something wise. So if you know the person who's about to start talking is a fool, you can count on everything that they say will be foolish. Or if you know that they're a scam artist or a con man, you can expect that they're going to say something for the purpose of conning you.
And you can expect that the flamboyant pimp / tech entrepreneur is only running his sassy lips for the purpose of conning you.
I've only lost money doing YouTube for a fact.
Yeah.
I've only lost money. I've only lost deals, and I've lost a lot of beautiful women doing YouTube.
I mean, how many times do you look on the internet and you see these people who come from all these backgrounds, and the only reason they're on the internet is trying to get your dollar? That's the only reason. Way more important than that, I want you guys to, if you're a religious person, pray for one of the saints. He's actually in hospital right now. If you're not a religious person, send some positive wishes. He produces this right here. And the reason I want to mention this is because Daniel John, who's a good man, a very strong man. I know, I've had him in my house. I've shook his hand. He's in the hospital right now, and he produces this product, which we sell for him at thesassin.com. But he can't mail them out right now because he's in the hospital. And so I trust that he's going to make a full recovery because he's a strong man.
Okay, we're going to get this 900.
Okay. And I would love if when he gets out, we can send him a big check for all of these necklaces.
We're coming for the 900. We're coming.
But just be aware that if you buy his necklace, he won't be able to mail it to you because he's in the hospital currently. But he will be out, God willing, soon. And so
and support him.
Yeah, what's that?
Support Daniel.
Yeah, support Daniel. Absolutely. We want to send him a big check. So do support him, but know that your product will come after he gets out of the hospital and he's able to mail it to you.
I don't know if it's like a grift that he does on on his show just to like earn money from like random suckers on YouTube or what, but
Let's just call me the apex predator. And you know what my favorite thing to hunt is? My favorite thing to hunt are fake alpha males, like Kevin Samuels. People who are poisoning the youth and misguiding them.
Please.
I want to apologize to you, Marquette, because recently I've been sending you emails asking for a favor, not realizing I was making a huge mistake. I broke the rule of asking before giving, and I want to apologize. I will make up for it by sending my tuition and joining your Patreon, which I've recently done a few days ago. Forgive me, I am young and I still have a lot to learn about life.
I don't want to have you lose your money.
Right.
You understand? I respect the fact that you worked for your money. So I recommend that you get a consultation and
Bring me my money.
So if you haven't super chatted and paid your tuition, definitely do that because this is remarkable.
We have Kevin sent tuition, Jabari sent tuition, and Mel sent tuition. He said peace to this.
peace to the.
Oh wow, President Quino with the $100 super chat. Giving you lessons from a pimp. Marquette is the real deal. I'm showing love and representing the Satan the Sitter network.
So that's pronounced Sassin.
Oh, Sassin. Okay.
And that's
I
short for the Satan Center Nation. You did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I said network.
yeah,
Okay, it's a nation.
Absolutely.
I feel like that we're Farrakhan.
Man, it's actually bigger than that because it's global. It goes around the whole world, and it's unique in that it's for all of mankind. You heard me?
Isn't he such a good-hearted person? He's creating the Sassin Nation to help these boys and girls all across the globe. But why is he really doing this?
Why? To make money.
That's right, to make money. He knew creating a nation that exudes his sassy values wasn't going to be cheap. That's why he needed his loyal suckers, his loyal disciples, to foot the bill.
Someone named Billy said Cash App. There are no new Cash Apps.
Yeah, there are no new Cash Apps received. Hopefully you spelled the name Marquett, but we'll give you a little bit of time in case it's coming in late.
Isn't it interesting that the 100 millionaire is panhandling on the internet for tuition? But it all makes sense once you realize he's the same individual he's been criticizing.
There are a couple personality types that I don't trust and I don't want to take advice from.
Yeah.
One is the people who need money. You heard me? Like everything. That's why
we're all broke though.
Yeah, you can't trust. You can't trust it.
Yeah.
And here's the funny thing. No one's made a penny from the whole thing except the bisexual white dude who's been playing video games the whole time. How ironic. Everyone else been pouring out their passion, their arguments, their solution, their thinking, and the gay white dude playing the video games is making the bag. Hey, he might not know how to live his life in terms of morals, but he knows how to get to the bag. Shout out to him, because he didn't use these dogs like the dogs that they are. Good Lord.
The sassy wannabe pimp would know a thing or two about treating people like dogs. When it appears he was running his own version of a sweatshop, in which the same suckers that are paying for consultations are the same dogs making them his free merch.
Coming out with a lot of merch. But the way I do my merch is quite unique in as much as a lot of the folks who follow my work, they'll do a consultation, and then if they want to start a business, whether it's merch or what have you, I'll work with them on that particular project. So that's where I really like to spend a lot of my time.
Tyshawn said peace to the saints.
Shout out to Tyshawn. We actually just had a consultation recently. He's trying to put together a Letterman jacket, an assassin Letterman jacket, which is kind of cool. You heard me? I'm always your first customer. When people do a consultation with me, 9 out of 9, I'm going to be your first customer.
$400 for this bag right over here. And you've seen him wear that bitch around. Okay, this is his e-commerce shop. And some of this were actually built by some of his assassin fans, right? And there's some of the floor pattern hats. I mean, the floor pattern is no bounds. Like, he will take that bitch anywhere, okay? So some of this was probably designed by his standboys, because he also does e-commerce for him, and he lists the on their site. So what he does is take a cut from everything that these guys put on there to sell, and then he basically keeps it. But a lot of this shit is his. This is where majority of his money comes from, and it's done by his assassin fans. Okay,
that is the effect of knowing your bottom well.
He got these cult members so brainwashed that they're actually paying for the privilege of being a sweatshop worker. Now, that's what you call reversing the game.
Because what we did with the black one, oh, that bitch blinging too. What? What we did with the black one, I'm having trouble because I'm using my computer, is we put the internal colors like this nice maroon, sass, and red on them. You feel me?
A pimp is really a whore who has reversed the game on whores.
He's fighting in war on behalf of people like me, bosses, CEOs, who send people like you to go do our bidding. Because we don't want to do it ourselves, because we'd rather clip our fingernails and we think that our lives are more valuable than you. So what you're experiencing, my dear boy, is just you being used. I mean, consider the fact that when you look at the military, it's disproportionately people in poverty. You don't see the upper classes joining the military. And when you look at some of your greatest leaders like Trump or George Bush, and you look at, were they put on the front lines? Did Trump actually serve in the military? Or do they let the children of the poor people do it? And I'm always telling my guys, it's like, Saints, you got to flip the dynamic. There's always going to be a master and a slave. Which side you want to be on?
Any good pimp is his own best company. His inner life is so rich with cunning and scheming to outthink his whores.
The average person is terribly unfocused. The name of the game is not, are you intelligent? It's how often are you intelligent? Are you using your brain?
A good pimp doesn't get paid for screwing. He gets his payoff for always having the right thing to say to a whore right on lightning tap.
But you cannot win without a team. This is a team sport. Your team might not just be the people who are in your company, the people you've hired. Your team is anyone that can help you on your way to success. And check him out. He got the bag back on. He's fresh out here. You did.
Yes.
You did.
Forgive me for interrupting.
Oh no, I think that's
coming in. So yeah.
You flying back now?
Yeah. I'm taking that Greyhound back.
Okay, that's what's up.
Economical, you know. Yeah, I had to. I had to say thank you for your trust, inviting us to your homes, and just caring for the Saints and caring for me. You know, having the love, because your work really has affected me greatly. And that's why I showed up, because I wanted to tell you that in person.
Well, you know what? I know you've been following the work for a long time.
He's a loyal supporter too, always. We know your name.
This dude's master's degree is in teaching, by the way, not education. When he says he's a master's, it means he was a classroom assistant for a year. He wasn't writing a thesis or anything of that manner. Oh, shit.
You know, to see young guys like you making an investment in yourself to come out to a conference, because at your age, it's expensive. So, you know, you're making smart moves, and I'm excited to see what you do.
Listen, square ass bitch. If I in your face, you gotta love it and open your mouth wide.
Yes, I plan on it.
That's right. I appreciate you saying goodbye, and it's been a pleasure to meet you. I'm sure I'll see you many more times.
Any sucker who believe a whore loves him shouldn't have fell out of his mammy's ass. Pimpin' ain't no game of love, so prat him and keep your swipe out him. You gotta make him hump hard and fast to stick him for the long scratch quick. Be as sweet as the scratch, no sweeter.
So you have new friends.
So no, let us know when you get back.
Make plenty of friends.
Absolutely.
Plenty of friends. Thank you, Marquette.
Anytime.
When did you say, yo, you know what? I'm about to start a YouTube channel, and why? Because a lot of people will say that the big homie started a YouTube channel to start a cult. And to kind of like, right? And to
I need
be
a
influential.
t-shirt. I'm a cult leader t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could call it a cult. I call it the sass.
The account of my brutality and cunning will fill many of you with revulsion.
It's a cult. It's not real. Marquette's not real. None of this shit is real either.
The master of money and women looks like he's more like the master of swindling. Cause the only money this master's making is from pimping his poor, gullible suckers who end up traveling back home on a budget because they paid $400 for a backpack.
And you've officially been pimped.
Before spending $760 for an hour of his time, these poor fools should have done some research, because they would have found out that the only money he's mastered is $250,000 he swindled from naive investors. And the only hoe in this phony pimp stable is some Quasimodo looking ass bottom named Bridget. So why did this deceitful pretender lie about his expertise?
I don't know what kind of poverty you experience in your life, but in my life, I experienced tremendous poverty. And I hated being poor. I really hated it because I could always tell that I was not being treated according to who I was. I was receiving less than everyone else. And that always bothered me because I always had high self-worth. And when I was a kid, and you might not have been this poor, but when all the other kids got bicycles, I couldn't even learn to ride a bike because my family was too poor to get a bike.
Growing up as a real life version of Wayne Head, Marquette hated being poor and getting no respect. But he knew the skies were the limit if he just utilized his 33-pound head to store the wealth of knowledge from his local library, to become anyone he needed and wanted to be, to get the respect he's always wanted. As a youngster living in the hood, that meant posing as C-Note to make a name for himself. But it wasn't until he entered college that his life would be forever changed.
You know, I get a knock on my door at 10 p.m. Open the door. Guess who it is? 6'4", gay black guy. I'm like, what is he doing here?
Two men from different cultures learning to love one another and depend on each other's for strength.
Two men locked eyes in a tightly cramped doorway under a moonlit night to love each other and depend on one another. And Marquette learned to depend on a 6'4" gay stranger and used the strength of his wisdom to become a new man. Much like Carlton, who had been handed a book that opened his mind to all sorts of possibilities, Marquette's mind was spread wide open when that 6'4" gay stranger came over to hand him a book.
You're killing me.
A book that was the last piece in Marquette's puzzle, helping him turn into Mr. Sass, a playerific technologist that for some reason has an issue with homosexuality.
So this guy's about to recount a story when they were traveling, and Jesse is in his bedroom, which I don't know why, but he's in his bedroom. They're both sitting on the bed, and he says that Jesse turned to him and said, "What do you want to do?" And then obviously I don't know if they grabbed some Vaseline or if they just went and just went Brokeback Mountain on it. But either way, they started wrestling each other like off some MMA stuff. You dig? And had a good old time.
Huh. Sounds like he's speaking from firsthand experience. Now, why would Mr. Sass have such an issue with homosexuality? It couldn't have anything to do with his late night rendezvous back in college, now could it?
There they is, eyeball to eyeball. Their breaths is coming out like steam from a big bull's nostrils. I just got 3 words to describe it. Delicious. I'm through.
I guess we got a bond. I guess I gotta take this. Oh, that's strange, man.
You know what sounds stranger than that? A man who's adamantly against homosexuality, even though he owes his whole sassy pimp alter ego to that 6'4" random gay stranger that came over all those nights ago.
So yeah, that is suspicious. That's a strange thing in his personality.
Who knows what really went down between Marquette and this supposed random gay stranger? But what we do know is that Marquette has been fighting that which is unnatural.
We must fight that which is unnatural.
Now, what would Mr. Sass be fighting that is so unnatural?
Just take all of his manhood. I might have just done something just outrageous.
What does that mean? Taking all of his manhood? Doing something so outrageous? That sure sounds like someone who's entered homosexual waters before. Maybe he's not fighting something that's unnatural. Perhaps he's been fighting something that's been natural to him this whole time.
Tell him, I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I don't like men no more.
We know Tate loves chocolate, so we got to give him some quality stuff. Oh, there's a bow. Oh, I like that. I like bows. I bet Tate likes bows as well.
Just read between the lines, and you'll start to see the undercover brother, Mr. Sass, has been trying to hide.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was only the people who choose blindness that believed in things that were clearly not true. For example,
Came down to Atlanta and had a bout. It was a pretty tough bout. I got my first knockout. It was a 2nd round knockout. And they awarded your boy champion, so your boy is now officially a champ. I got some serious hardware. Like, listen to that.
So the so-called boxer, with no official boxing record, flew down to where?
Came down to Atlanta.
Oh, that's right. He flew down to the South to become the middleweight champion of Midtown Atlanta.
So we got the real official weight. I lost 7 pounds in 16 hours. Prayer, training every single day. The consistency is key.
Now, how did the world-renowned, playerific technologist go from running his multi-million-dollar companies to pimping his hoes to then all of a sudden becoming the super sassy middleweight champion of Midtown Atlanta? The answer is quite simple. Mr. Sass is full of shit. He thinks because he sparred amateurs in parking lots or held up a fake prop belt he got off of Amazon, that somehow, even with no boxing record, that means he could go around calling himself a boxer.
You may know me as an author, as a boxer, as a poet, as a rapper, as a philanthropist, as a businessman, but most of you know me as
The tyrannical teabagger, none other than Ricky Blazer. This scale is broke. Cheater, didn't I tell you to fix this scale? And what you looking at with your ashy ass lips?
Whatever, fat ass.
I love it. Professional boxing with all gay fighters. I call it Friday night sissy fights.
If it ain't Sass and it ain't nothing. You heard me, Saint Center Nation.
If this was Sassy Land, and this was Sassy City, the capital of Sassy Land, then Marquette would be the mayor of Sassy City, and he would live in the sassiest building in Sassy City, and in his spare time, he would be the captain of this boat, the SS Sassy.
He could have been honest and given the real reason why he flew all the way down to Atlanta. But he just had to sass up the details, because an apex alpha male predator, such as himself, couldn't just fly down to the gay capital of the South unless it was to do something manly, like gallivanting across the Las Vegas Strip with his playerlicious fur coat on.
Well, look me over. I didn't get dressed like this to go unnoticed.
Oh, that blinging too. What?
Now that you have an idea of what we're dealing with, let's get back to his crusade against skittle guzzlers, charlatans, and frauds.